You're looking at a daily chart of the NASDAQ. You can see that on Thursday, it was up more than 7%, 7.35% on increasing volume. Why is that a big deal? Well, some could argue and make a case that the bear market started in February of 2021. If you look at the XBI or ARC, or a lot of cloud and software names, it peaked here in February, and it's been almost 2 years in a bear market. Now, what carried the NASDAQ was the FANG stocks. It carried it through 2021 here into November, the Apple, Microsoft. And now those stocks have been selling off. But anyway, the NASDAQ was up 7%. On Thursday, in its long history, the NASDAQ has only been up 7% 18 times, and 14 times it was in a bear market. But I want to point out the last couple of times. It was 2009. It was up 7%, if I can get this out of the way. On March 10th, you might remember that date. It was up 7%, 7.07% with volume, and that started, an epic bull market. I'm not saying that this, 7% is going to start a new bull market, but I want to keep an open mind. I know there's a lot of bears out there who are very negative. We can see the news, and we can see the put call ratios. Everybody's placing their bets on the market going down further, and I would just say, keep an open mind. Back when we had this vertical move in 2020 during the COVID, it went up 9% on March 13th, and on April 6th, you remember that date, follow through day, and led to a nice bull run in 2020, where a lot of people started getting into the stock market. It was too easy. 2020 was too easy, and 2022 is too hard. So maybe 2023 we'll get something in between. But I just would not ignore the fact that the NASDAQ was up 7% after three legs down and retesting this low here. This very could be the start of a new bull market. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying keep an open mind. And I have a new theme today. I'm just going to go through some stocks, and I'm not even going to comment on them much. Just, people talk that there's no leadership, there's nothing to buy, there's no merchandise. Well, I'm just going to show you some charts that I think there are some stocks performing well. And ACDC is one of them. This is on our watch list here at mcstockcharts.com, and it's performing really well. Since they changed the name, ACDC, it's working for them, so good for them. Wingstop was another one we had on our watch list, just exploded higher, and is looking good to me. I mean, new highs is a good thing, right? 52-week highs. I like new highs. There's AMGN was on our watch list as well. This thing exploded higher. And I'm not promoting my site here as it, everything goes up, because we had Court on our watch list too, and this thing bombed. Outhouse or Penthouse with these biotech stocks. Halo is another stock that's performing well. You can see the cup with handle pattern here. Exploded higher on the news with a partnership with Johnson & Johnson, so good for them. Sanmina, my man, Yuri Sola. I like to invest in people. There's no better people than Yuri Sola. His stock was on our watch list here and exploded out of his base. And then had earnings last week, and this company is delivering like more than $7 billion in sales. It has a market cap of $3.9 billion. So to me, this thing's grossly undervalued. Fair Isaac is another one. New highs. I mean, what can you say? I mean, the chart says it all. I don't have to say anything. Here's one that ARRY, a solar stock. The solar is kind of losing its luster a little bit, no pun intended. But this one exploded higher, and it undercut its 50, ran through the 50 on an earnings result. So, it's still forming a base, and that one has not made new highs, but maybe it's on its way. Here's AXON, the old taser. This is a security safety stock. The chart says it all. New highs, going higher, big blue volume bars. What's not to like? Here's an old stodgy, our insurance stock, slow moving, but Aflac, with the duck, the brand and everything, this thing's making new highs. So what's not to like? Albemarle, another one. I mean, chart says it all. Elf, Cosmetics. I like the retail cosmetics. If you ever made money in Estee Lauder, Michael Kors, that group, the retail. I don't want to say anything more. Just look at the chart. That's a good group. The auto parts is doing well. Genuine parts here. Another retail, new highs. What's not to like? Harley Davidson. Yeah, well, they're doing well. So they must be selling some hogs. Mod is another one. Broke out of a base here, making new highs. It's trending in the right direction. Look at the moving averages. Undercut its 50, ran through, made a base and gapped out of it. What's not to like? Here's another biotech stock. Here's one that's in the penthouse. They got an approval. And what's not to like? It's holding its gains. I mean, there is stuff out there, folks. Raymond James, a financial stock. Remember, we've got finance, insurance, auto parts, retail, electronic contractor, manufacturing. I mean, all sorts of good stuff going on here. Raymond James looks good to me. SMCI is another one, super micro, undervalued. I mean, they're doing what? 5, 6, 7, well, they just had 9 billion in sales with a 4.3 billion market cap. I mean, come on. This is the market. If the market cooperates, this thing could be, I'm not going to put a price on it or a target. I'm just going to say this is undervalued. A couple of other stocks that I like that are not making new highs, have a lot of overhead supply. So that I don't like that, but it has formed a stage 1 base and is broken out of that base. That's CROX. Yeah, CROX is looking good. And INMD is another one that's sold off, well off its highs. It's got a lot of overhead supply, 61.4% off its highs, and now it's making this little stage 1 base. So I'm looking for it to break out of there, and it looks like Friday was some good action there. Anyway, that's it for mcstockcharts.com today. We never give up. There's stuff to buy. Keep an open mind. Be flexible. This could be a bear market rally that crashes next week. It also could be the start of a new bull market. So just keep an open mind. We never give up.